So number 8 says compare y equals sine x and y equals square root 1 minus cosine x by completing the following. So it says A, verify sine x equals square root of cosine 1 minus cosine squared x for x equals pi over 3, 5 pi over 6, and x equals pi. So if we put this into our calculators, this will work for all values. Okay, so this is true. Okay, so this is going to work for A, true for all values. Now, this we should expect because we know the Pythagorean identity is sine squared x equals 1 minus cos squared x, and this is true for all values of x. However, when we square root this and we get sine x equals the square root of 1 minus cos squared x, this is not quite true because if we were to actually square root this, we should have plus minus here. And notice that when we graph in the same window here, in the blue I have the square root of cosine 1 minus cos squared x, and in the red is sine x. Well, sine x and the square root of 1 minus cos squared x overlap, and they overlap in this region in here, here, and here for all the positive values because it only is going to match for the positive values of the square root. For the negative values, what ends up happening is we end up with a positive. It ends up on the positive side of things, so we end up on the positive side of things here, okay, where it should have been negative here with the sign. So this is the situation that we have. So determine whether sine x equals 1 minus cos squared x is an identity. Well, this is kind of true. Okay, so it is true for the domains given, so the positive domains here. So for C, we're going to write, for C, it is true only for certain domains. Okay, so the domain that we're going to have is going to be from 0 to pi, okay, from 2 pi to 3 pi, and every increment like this. So it's just going to continue in both directions. So this is an identity only for certain domains because it does not match. So again, if I take a look at my graph, it does not match for this part here, okay, and this part here, yet it does match for this section. Let me get rid of some of this. For the green section here, it does match for this section, this section, this section here. And that's these domains that I've given here.